Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jump and today I'll be reviewing the Tick-Tock Shock level which was released back on the 13th of February of this year for Astro. Now this level is the first level of the new DLC levels for I believe the Vicious Void, because there's two DLC themed galaxies or areas in Astrobot, and it's somewhat similar to the other areas that you visit in the game. And yeah, this is like, I believe, the Vicious Void, and I believe the first area is called the Starway or something, or the Stellar Way or something. I don't 100% remember, or I might be getting them the wrong way around. But the first level for this one was Tick-Tock Shock, and this level brings in ice physics, and you have to traverse along all the various ice-themed platforms, but also having the power of the PS VR headset. And this power-up allows you to slow down time for about 10 to 20 seconds. And yeah, this one it's kind of similar to the Let It Slide level, where that was also physics-themed or physics-based, but you had the elephant power up, and you could use that particular power up to use or to create your own ice themed bridges and stuff like that. Whereas with Tick-Tock Shock, you can have, or you can slow down time. And the only difference, or one of the only differences that's different when it comes to this new set of DLCs that I'll be talking about, is that you're not up against any of the birds. So with the other DLCs, excluding the Winter Wonder level, you are up against two different coloured birds, one blue, one red, and they determined how fast you were, depending on how many of the character-themed bots there were left, so either one, two, or none of them. And with these next lot of DLCs, you don't have that same issue in terms of how fast you can go, in terms of are you faster than these two birds, and how many of the character-themed bots are left, because there's like one in each of the levels. And with this one, I think it's really cool, and again, it uses the ice physics really well. I think that's a thing you can't really say about other levels or other games that do use ice physics when it comes to progression of a story or a particular area in the game. And I do like the use of the time stopping or time slowing down power up, because there are various parts of the level which you have to use your abilities on. So there's about two parts of the level, or 2 to 3 parts of the level, where you have to use it on these sort of like weird, I think there's supposed to be some sort of like fish themed robot enemies, and they go at a very fast pace, and you have to use your slow down time powers to make them slow down, so you can use them as platforms and you won't get hit. Then there's a part of the level where you have to use cards to progress and use them as small platforms, and they're really cool because they're over these pits with piranha fish or piranha robots in them in the water, and you have to make sure that not only do you have to land on the cards and not fall into the water, but also not to cut the cards and not fall into the water, because of the way that Astrobot jumps, because you can have lasers come out of your feet to give you a sort of hover ability for a few seconds. You have to make sure that you don't accidentally cut the cards, because it's all about timing and how to get from one platform to the next without falling in the water, as well as having time slowed down. And yeah, it's just a very fun level. It's just very snappy, very quick, and you have to be very, very careful of how you progress, as well as how you use your time powers, because of everything that's happening around you. And yeah, again, this level, it uses ice physics, I would say, quite well, because of how they're used, because of the different platforms and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just a very fun level, and yeah, I think this is one of the few times ice physics is very fun. So yeah, and now it's time for some gameplay. So with Tick-Tock Shock, it's all revolving around not only the ice physics based sort of level, but also the slowing down time clock power up, which I think has like the PSVR headset on for you to use your power up, and yeah, it's just a very quick level, and I think because it's unlike the Let It Slide levels, where you can help yourself or save yourself by using the power up to create platforms and stuff. This one you have to like try and use the slow down time power up to try and to like just make platforms slow down, and there isn't that much in terms of platform saving you depending on where you're at, and yeah, and it's really cool. And again, this is another really cool ice physics space of levels, because it's like trying to avoid like all the different areas, and also you're not on the ice for very long. You can try and like avoid everything that's on the ice and stuff, and also it's really cool just to see like how the hold is used. So yeah, so that's been it for the gameplay. Now it's going to go back to the review. So overall, I would say Tick-Tock Shop or Tick-Tock Shock is a very fun level. And I think it's just one of those levels that feels different. Well, even though it's the second ice-themed level in the DLCs, I just think that because it's using a different power-up and it's not relying on the elephant power-up that was in the Let It Slide DLC level, I think that's what makes it unique, and I think what makes a lot of these levels unique, because they use different power-ups and they use them to their advantage in the levels. And yeah, I just think Tick-Tock Shock is just a very fun level. It's just I think it's mainly because it uses the ice physics really well, and as I said before, you don't really see that in other games that do use ice physics, because a lot of the time ice physics are really annoying. And I think what also helps is that this level is quite short, so yeah, you don't have to get annoyed about it as much, and you're probably not on the ice as much because you have to avoid all of like the different enemies, as well as having to jump from one platform to the next. So yeah, so overall it's a very fun level. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my review of the Tick-Tock Shock DLC level. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.